Dad could have seen this.
The Tomb Raider franchise burst back onto the scene with its 2013 reboot, and I loved it so much I played it twice through, which is something I don't normally do. The franchise returns with Rise of the Tomb Raider, with the large explorable hub-like areas which give an explorative open-world feeling. Crystal Dynamics have managed to take what made the first Tomb Raider reboot so successful and have knuckled down on tightening the experience.
I can feel it. Just this last stretch to the top.
Rise of the Tomb Raider starts off fast-paced and throws you straight into the action that we know and love. You play as Lara Croft, accompanied by your friend Jonah, in the freezing mountains of Siberia. Through the use of cutscenes and flashbacks, we learn why Lara is on another adventure to find an important artifact that is supposedly granting immortality.
Jonah! We made it! I see the ruins! Oh god!
Lara Croft comes face to face with a new enemy known as Trinity and the main villain called Constantine. The story felt fairly cliched, and I felt that I have seen this many times before, but I really enjoyed the feeling that Lara and Trinity were racing to get to the lost artifact first. The first reboot focused on Lara and her development as character from going from a weak female to a strong, dominant, gun-wielding adventurer.
It's the only thing that makes sense to me now. I'm going to find the Prophet's tomb.
This time around, she is already a strong character, so there isn't much room for development. However, I did enjoy the flashbacks, which gave more insight to Lara's childhood and relationship with her father. There are also many audio tapes that can be found during the game, which help to give more depth to the world and her surroundings. Rise of the Tomb Raider story is decent enough, but its gameplay and presentation is what makes the game fantastic.
Accept the charges!
Who the hell are you?
You're a smart woman. I suspect you already know.
Trinity.
Where is the artifact?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me. You led us to this place.
Rise of the Tomb Raider has taken cues from the likes of Uncharted and blends them with elements from the series' history. It does everything a reboot should do, and by making a case for the character's relevance in a brave new world, and has an environment, settings and characters that are dying and begging to be explored.
Yes. My greatest one yet.
Well, I've decided that I should be your assistant.
Oh, have you? Well, there's no one I'd rather have by my side. But this business, it's too dangerous. Lara, listen to me. Someday, you're going to make such a mark on this world. You're going to make me so proud. Give me a moment, darling. I need to take this.
Playing as Lara feels great. You can approach combat situations in a variety of ways, whether it's guns blazing or sneaking through bushes to silently take out enemies one by one. I went for the stealthy approach, and using Lara's ability to craft items such as Molotov's bombs and even poison arrows, it made me feel empowered. The first reboot allowed for the character and item upgrades, and Rise of the Tomb Raider has expanded on these even more. Again, there are various campfire locations that act as bases for you to assess your abilities, materials and upgrades. In the interest of building Lara to fit your unique playstyle, Rise of the Tomb Raider incorporates 3 skill trees: hunting, brawling and survival. The game is structured nicely with a linear path with areas that feel more open and allow the player to explore. You are surrounded with various side missions, collectibles and optional tombs that can be discovered. This is where I felt the game was very impressive. It managed to blend intense action, combat and a sense of discovery that not many games achieve. Optional tombs don't focus on combat as much as they do puzzle solving. This involves flipping switches, finding unstable walls or using Lara's survival instinct mechanic to find hidden points of interest. I enjoyed how puzzles are never obvious or forced upon you, but at the same time don't feel impossible to solve. This felt extremely satisfying. You don't have to do optional tombs, but I would recommend them as they offer hidden items and rewards that will not only give you more depth to the game, but will help you on your quest.
We made it, Dad.
Again, the game sees you hunting, gathering materials and crafting items. A prompt will indicate when an exotic animal is nearby. But be careful, as it could be anything from a mere rabbit to a hulking grizzly bear. In the second half of Lara's adventure, there is much more combat-centric focus. This is probably a deliberate design choice to showcase Lara's new combat prowess and abilities, as she is now able to do more than shoot her bow and guns. Rise of the Tomb Raider is about learning, improving, and even returning to areas with new equipment that allows access to new areas. If you have ever played Metroid or Zelda games, then you will enjoy the sense of achievement when getting new items and returning to a certain area or location that can now be opened. Many of the newer additions are not even involved in the combat side, but rather on exploration and climbing side of things, which of course plays key to any part of a Tomb Raider game. Then there's Tomb Raider's Expedition mode, which focuses on score attacks, chapter replays and other features. You acquire expedition cards during the game which offer weapons and gameplay tweaks. You can also buy these with real money, but I don't feel it was necessary. It all adds up to make for a satisfying campaign that will make you want to replay it, and has some nice options for extra side content if you feel you want to get more out of the game.
No turning back.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is one of the best looking games I've played this year. The lighting is exquisite, textures are detailed, environments are believable and varied. There are moments that see you crawling through dark, horrific caverns which open up to reveal majestic vistas which are truly stunning. There's also real attention to detail, whether it's Lara wringing her hair dry after getting out of water, cracking a glow stick in a cave, or brushing up against walls as she passes, makes the character feel very genuine and realistic. The writing too cements Lara as a strong, believable female character, and it's only made better by Camilla Luddington's incredible performance as Lara. The cutscenes are very impressive, voice acting is very good, and facial animations look realistic. Sound in the game is also fantastic and adds to the overall experience. From the sound of wolves howling, the wind in the trees, or the snow crunching beneath your feet, it makes the world feel like a believable and harrowing place to explore. Overall, Rise of the Tomb Raider is a fantastic game. Lara's latest adventure is bigger and better in nearly every way. The settings and environment are bigger, the tombs are more varied, and the combat is exciting and can be approached in many different ways. If you like the first reboot, then you will certainly enjoy this game, as it takes what made the first game great and improves on it further. This is certainly one of the best titles on the Xbox so far, and in my opinion is a must-play game of 2015. For more gaming content, stick with Elite Game Review.
You told someone, didn't you?
They paid better than you.